Happy Sunday, setters. S&P 500, Nasdaq ended the week bullish. I am going to continue to be a buyer, but certain level needs to hold. Bitcoin and Ethereum was dropping because of concern from a bank called Silvergate. However, the selling momentum was easing off. So certain level needs to hold for me to consider to be a buyer again. If you'd like to know my full detailed trading plan for next week ahead, make sure you watch the full video. Many thanks. Okay, as always, I'm going to start off with the S&P 500. You can see from the left hand side is the daily chart of SPY from TradingView, which actually this is the E-mini. Let me go to SPY. So is the S&P 500 ETF. You can see a weekly bar. From that we have a low test on that. Let me give you this. This is what we are looking at, which is a very strong reversal bar, very bullish. And on the other side is the S&P 500 chart from my broker IG, which I use that to trade and also do analysis. But I like to use the ETF from TradingView so I can get a much better picture of what S&P 500 is doing. So a low test is a very strong bullish momentum, and look at this. The volume indicator is great. AD line, both of the accumulation distribution line and the advanced decline line are pointing upward, which is a very bullish signal on that. Okay, so now I'm just going to use the my IG chart. It's very interactive and web-based. So once you draw the line and mark the level, it will be on any device, on your iPhone, on other computer. All you need to do is just log into the web browser to continue analysis or do your trading. Now look at this. On Thursday I didn't buy this here, but that's okay. I wanted to buy on Friday, but it didn't retrace, but that's okay. That's not a problem at all. Now we have two really bullish bar, right? Friday, a huge amount of momentum. So for me now, you know, when it's way in phase one, okay, if you don't know what is a phase one, pay attention. We will be doing a beginner's technical trading courses to explain what is a trend, what phases, price action, trading system, etc. We'll be launching that very soon. So if you like to keep up to date, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me either on Instagram or Facebook. That way we will inform you when our simple trading program going to be launched, but very soon. So when price is already in phase one, I don't chase. I have to wait for a pullback, phase two, and potentially going back to phase one to take a long trade. How do I do that? Now, got a bigger time frame on weekly. We already know we are on a weekly uptrend. Now we've got a reversal bar on that. Daily, we have a downtrend, but is a weekly phase two. All right, don't want to confuse you guys too much. Now, how am I going to trade this? We have a 4-hour uptrend, which, as you know, I love trading the 4-hour. One cycle, two, look at that, stay above the 4,000 area. I look to be a buyer. Take some profit, maybe lock some profit in here, and I let it run. Okay, I personally think this time round this channel will break the 4,100, 4,200 will break, because this is the price action here has been corrective. Every time seller comes in, buy, come back. Okay, one last push. It's been building, now breaking through. You can just read the price action by the green bar. So much stronger than the seller bar anyway. All right, I know there is recession talk. I know there is concern from the yield curve, etc. But back in 2007, before the Great Recession in 2008, 2007, break and made a new high before it crashed anyway. So we could see something like that. We could see S&P 500 make a new high. If not, I believe by summer, we could be testing the high level of this. All right, so 4,700, 4,800 area. Got loads of room. As soon as this channel break, we don't have much traffic until 4,600. So my plan is to be a buyer, continue to be a buyer on S&P 500. If you are members, you will be able to get a signal from my trading idea, meaning that when I place a trade, I will put on my Discord group that you will be able to follow the exact price and stop loss and target prices, because most of my members will be using IG, so you can basically copy and paste if you like to, and at your own risk, at your own reward, to copy our trade and hopefully profit together from the market. So this is the plan on S&P 500, and I'm looking to be a buyer. Nasdaq has a very similar picture, right? Daily, all right, had a corrective pattern. Now it's back inside this the flag, the bullish flag channel. So let me get my pen. As long as price stay above this area, give you the exact prices through here, 12,100, yeah, 100 area. So what I do is usually I put an alert system here, 12,160, something around that. So it alerts me, all right, price is getting close to this area. Keep an eye on it, because everybody has a busy life. You can't sit on the screen, and I don't recommend you sit on the screen anyway. So I use this function here from IG, set the alert, and then it will notify me by email, by phone, by my apps, or on my trading platform. Really good feature to have. Okay, so that's the plan for Nasdaq. As long as it stay above the 12,100 area, I could be a buyer. Most likely I will take the S&P. I'm more S&P trader. Dow Jones Industrial as well. Look at this. We have a flag in here. So let me show you. So we've been bouncing, ranging inside this flag. I see it break. I like to see it break. So I will use it as a reference when they come back for a small retracement on 4 hours. Then look to be a buyer. I could trade the Dow. But most likely I will trade the S&P 500. Finally, I want to show you the Russell daily. We were looking at this level. Is it going to break? Is it going to break lower or higher? Now looks like it's going to break higher, which is great. So all the major US indices are showing bullish momentum. Use that to your advantage. This is called market correlation. In fact, the German DAX already broke up this flag here. You can see, yeah. So it's bullish. Also the French CAC already done something similar. Look at this, it's a 4 hour broke off. So therefore, most of the major indices are showing bullish momentum. There's no reason why I want to be a seller. So I will be a buyer, continue to look for buying opportunity on the indices. Now moving on to the Forex market. Dollar first, right? So 4 hour, you will see. So earlier we talked about a bullish flag. This is now a bearish flag because the overall trend is downward. And when we have a corrective phase through here going up, it's not a bullish sign. It's a bearish sort of reversal pattern. Now this broke, come back for a retest. We really need to see price stay below this flag to continue break lower on dollar. So I don't really want to see price break above on 105 really, because dollar weakness will benefit the bullish on stock indices. They have an inverse correlation since last year. All right, so meaning that when dollar go up, indices go down. When dollar go down, indices go up. So that's the inverse market correlation on that. So couple of interesting Forex that is on my list, not top on my list. I'd rather trade the indices, but there is a few. Euro, very simple. You can see on here, I've got a blue box. So break above that area, come back for a retest. Also coincide with the new monthly pivot, 107 area. I look to be, could potentially be a Euro buyer, all right? And Kiwi is on my list. Kiwi is New Zealand dollar, so we say that. So we do have a 4 hour inverted ahead and show the forming potentially. So let it break and confirm. Retest this 63 monthly pivot area. Look to be a buyer on Kiwi against the US dollar. Pound is on my list, not the cleanest, but you know, we see that is the triple bottom base in here. All right, potential triple bottom. When I say potential, until this break and stay above, this is still a potential. But if it does break above this swing high, 12150, 121 retest the monthly pivot, I could be a buyer of the pound against the US dollar. All right. So that's all for me from the Forex side. I like to be a dollar seller if it's stay under the 105, the flag, okay? Moving on to the commodity. Gold, I said potentially last week. I said potentially I could be a seller. Now, it's a bit in a no man's land at the moment. Is this going to reject the monthly pivot? Loads of interaction around this 1,860 area. Or is it going to smash through? That will determine my move on gold. Gold doesn't move itself. It's highly inverse correlated with the US dollar. So if I do see weakness in US dollar, okay, if I do see weakness in US dollar, but then price action give you a rejection in gold in here, my plan would be do nothing because it doesn't line up. So I don't just trade one chart. Oh yeah, gold is giving me a high test bar now. Let me just use a pen in red. So come here and then suddenly give you a high test daily bar, and then a lot of beginner trader, amateur trader, oh yeah, let's sell it, sell, stop loss here, and then say Monday like this, Tuesday kicks you in, Wednesday kick you out because that's weakness in dollar. And you feel like, all right, because there's a high test bar on the price action, support, resistance, downtrend, whatever, and then you're gonna take the trade, right? It doesn't work with me like that. I don't just trade like, oh, trend following price action. So the other part of market correlation needs it to be aligned with what my plan is. So if I do see dollar weakness, I'm not going to sell gold. Will I buy gold? Probably will buy the pound and Kiwi more than that, but will use this as a reference. I'm not saying that I won't make a base, come back in here, retest here on a 4-hour trend. Potentially it's on my list to go long above here. But if I do see dollar strength, maybe. But planning at the moment, I don't want to be a gold seller. Maybe too early to be a gold buyer. Okay. Silver is similar picture. I mean, it's weaker than gold, so let's see if it's going to reject this 22 area or is it going to stay above. But currently, I'm not going to be very active trading silver next week, I don't think. One of the instruments that caught my eye is oil. Look at that. It's been basing up, all right? If you see this ranging condition, pay attention to something. If it's ranging on the top and then keep making lower high, and that to me become a flag. It's more bearish because if this break to this will be the downside. However, this is the opposite. We had a correction on the weekly or daily. Now it's making a base. All this, let me just clean it up. The higher the lows is getting higher, so technical terms making higher lows, so building up a base. By reading the recent price action, apart from this here, the last phase push, buyer is trying to step back into oil. So if it does break above the previous, clean it up first. So if it does smash through the previous swing high, come back for a retest around 80 area, I could be a buyer up to 100. Seasonally, actually, is building up to be a bullish season pattern for a few months until summer anyway. So I could be a oil buyer in probably not likely to be early part of the week. It could be end of the week or early part of next week, but keep an eye on oil anyway. So again, very simple. You don't need to babysit chart, all right, depending on what level you want to see. So I set the swing high in here, so it's around 82.96, but let's round it up to a buy price $83. Click set alert, boom, done. IG will alert you when the price break the swing low, then you can take action accordingly. Great feature to have. Finally, cryptocurrency. Yes, Silvergate Bank is driving this. Look at this. If you look at daily, you probably feel like, God, that is so bearish, right? So that massive bearish bar is still staying above this higher low. This is a weekly, well, still a daily higher low or weekly higher low, whatever you want to call it, still holding support. All right, you really sometimes need to break it down to detail. Another feature that I like to show you on this is split chart function, two chart, right? So same instrument on, this is Bitcoin. You can see on the left hand side is daily chart, right hand side is an hourly chart. Look at that. So now let me draw that. So this daily bar looks like a massive selling. It was only this 1 hour bar. So when the news came out, some fear kicks in, bam. But no selling continued. After that, we've been ranging, making a base through this area. I like to see it continue to break to the upside and break the 25,000 area before I consider to be a buyer again. But for now, although when you see on the left hand side the daily chart looks bearish, but really sometimes you need to break it down into a smaller time frame just to look at the detail of what has been happening in the market. So another great feature to have from IG. The click of a button, you can have two chart, two time frames, same instrument to analyze. So for me, I'm still remain bullish until summertime on Bitcoin. Similar things like Ethereum. All right, so let me go back to the daily chart first. All right, same thing, massive selling bar. All right, massive bearish bar on Friday. Split the chart, two chart, bang bang, same instrument. And the other side is, let me do 1 hour, so you can change time frame as well on IG, right? Similar picture like Bitcoin. The massive bearish bar on the daily was only 1 bar on 1 hour, and it couldn't manage to break continue. So the seller could not continue. Now we're contained around this area. Same again, I like to see it continue break higher above 1,680 on Ethereum. I could be a buyer on crypto. Currently sitting on the sideline. Is not as bearish as people think or the fear, because it was only 1 hour when the news come out and it stopped. So that's why earlier I said it's not as bearish as it seems. Okay, quick recap. I want to continue to be a buyer on the stock market, potentially be a seller of US dollar. Top picks for me is Kiwi, Pound, potentially Euro. So I will sell the US dollar against these three pair of Forex. Commodity, gold and silver, I'm sitting on the sideline until I see a clear picture. What is the US dollar doing? Because gold and silver do not move on their own. They are an asset class that movement driven by other asset class such as the US dollar. Oil is on my list because it's looking bullish, making a base, but something needs to happen first to break the swing high around the $83 before I will take any action. Cryptocurrency is less bearish than it claimed from the news from Silvergate, so I'm still happy to hold and may add on to my position when it breaks the daily swing high. If you do have any question, make sure you drop me a comment in the YouTube channel. And if you have not subscribed, please kindly subscribe and hit the bell icon, because every Sunday I will do a full market update so you can hopefully benefit and profit from the market. Many thanks for watching and see you guys next week.